Today, August 3, 2025, and we're hearing there's been a mega eruption at a volcano in Russia. And let's go ahead and take a look at the latest headline so that you can all see it for yourself. And we have it right here coming out from the sun. It says, mega eruption, watch moment, Russian volcano explodes for first time in 600 years, sparking tsunami warning after catastrophic mega quake. And this is coming within the last 24 hours. Let's have a look at this. And this is aerial footage, I should mention, of that volcano erupting. We covered this last week on the Kamchatka volcano after those earthquakes. And there you have it, guys. They ended with some of those tsunami waves hitting the shoreline. Let's take a look at the article. So it says a Russian volcano has erupted for the first time in centuries, sending ash surging 29,000 feet into the sky. The volcano roared back to life in the Kamchatka region of eastern Russia after last week's major 8.8 Richter scale earthquake. And here's a still of that eruption with all the plumes coming out. I would not be in the area if I was close to there. I would be trying to get away from this. And it says here on one of the stills, its eruption has triggered a red alert for planes. So there you see it. Not even planes can drive around that area. Okay. And this is in the Kamchatka region, as we covered last week. And it says here, last week's quake saw tsunami warnings issued across the Pacific Ocean. Pilots have warned of flight dangers with a red aviation alert after the eruption of Krasheninnikov. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Well, it is listed as an active stratovolcano. It has not erupted for around 600 years before observations were made. New footage emerged today of tsunami waves climbing up the land and in the remote Kuril Islands. A man and his dog, which we saw earlier at the end of that video I just showed you, retreating could be seen fleeing as a fresh warning was issued following another quake of 7 on the Richter scale in eastern Russia. The dramatic footage was captured on Shumshu Island, just off the southern coast of the Kamchatka Peninsula. There you have it, guys. What do you think about this volcano erupting? They say it's been 600 years since its last eruption. And I don't know about you, but again, I would not want to be in that area. Prayers for everyone in that region. Moving along, in other news, we have here coming out of the Daily Mail, and this is coming out today, August 3rd, about a cyclist who stepped in to stop a crazed man harassing kids at a train stop was butchered to death. And let's have a look at that article on the Daily Mail so that you can all see it for yourselves. I am not making this up. This is coming directly from the news stations and outlets. And again, I will post all of the links to these articles in the description as I normally do so that you can read it for yourselves. Okay, let's go directly into the article. It states a courageous cyclist was stabbed to death by a crazed man at a San Francisco train stop after he stepped in to protect a mother and her kids who were being harassed. Colden Kimber, who is 28 years old, was fatally jabbed in the neck with a 6-inch blade on July 26 while waiting at a Mooney stop in the Ingleside neighborhood with his girlfriend. The couple had gone on a date before making their way to the stop around 4:15 p.m., which was surrounded by children and families, when Sean Collins, 29, walked up. As they waited, Kimber decided to bravely get in between Collins and a woman with her children as he shouted, "Oh, you think you are better than me?" and "You are scared of me," court documents obtained by KGO said. While 6 feet 4 inches Kimber stood directly in front of Collins as the train approached, the knife man stabbed the unsuspecting victim on the right side of his neck, records showed. Following the completely and utterly unprovoked attack, Kimber stopped moving as blood gushed out of his neck, the court finally read. He was rushed to San Francisco General Hospital, where he later died after undergoing surgery. Surveillance footage from a nearby restaurant also captured Collins walking in the area dressed in an all-black outfit. And there's a still of Colden Kimber, who was fatally stabbed to death after trying to protect a mother and 2 children from a crazed man at the San Francisco train stop. When Kimber interviewed, the knife man, identified as Sean Collins, 29, jabbed the weapon into his neck, leaving him out to bleed, says the still from this photo where Kimber was fatally stabbed, as we are seeing right there. And the article continues that Cullen has been charged with murder and is due in court for his arraignment on August 14. It is unclear what drove him to stab Kimber, but according to court documents, the Superior Court of California received a report regarding his mental health. The results of the report remain unclear at this time. Cameras at Mooney Station, it says, captured the attack, and 2 child witnesses aged 8 and 14 saw the horror stabbing occur, according to the prosecutors. Now Kimber's loved ones are trying to make sense of the crime that took the life of someone who was trying to save others. So this is devastating news, of course. And again, this is coming out of the Daily Mail, in which this hero, he tried to save a mother and her 2 children. His name was Colin Kimber, and he was stabbed to death in the process of trying to help these 2 people. How unfortunate that is. Very sad to hear. Well, guys, that's all the news I have for today. If you have any thoughts on these articles or anything in particular you think you'd like to hear about, feel free to leave it in the comments below. It's totally free, so why not subscribe as well? And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.